Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. I wanted to take a minute to put this video together to kind of catch up on some of the projects that I've been working on over the last couple of months. I know I had intended on doing this monthly, but you know, life just gets away from you. I do want to take a minute to thank all of those who have recently subscribed to my channel. It's started to take off and that's really exciting. But even more importantly, what I love is that it's starting to build a little bit of a community. I've had lots of people from all around the world leave me messages, and I just love talking to other crochet enthusiasts. So thank you for those of you who have subscribed and support my channel. So I guess we'll just jump right in. I will show you some of the things that I've already got tutorials on and some of the things that I'm working on, and we'll have some out soon. So this sweater is a Hexagon granny square sweater, and it has really gotten a lot of attention on YouTube, so that makes me happy. This is not a very complicated pattern. I use a self-striping yarn, and that's what gives it the color variations, so it's really pretty doable for someone who's a new crocheter. Oh, here is a blanket that I did. I think I'll stand up to show this. Absolutely love it. I love the way the colors flow in this. It's huge. Okay. This is a mandala yarn. I can't remember the colorway. I did not prepare myself really well for this video. I just threw everything in my bucket and thought I'd get it going. So what I'll do is post the yarn that I used and the colorways in the description or somewhere on the screen here for you. And I also made this in a really pretty rainbow pattern. I'll put a picture of it here for my daughter. Last month was Pride, and I wanted to have a gift for her and her partner. Speaking of, I tried my hand at making a sweater, another style of sweater. This is all done in one piece, but I did not finish it. So rather than having it ready for Pride, this will be a birthday present because my daughter's birthday is coming up soon. So I will be posting a video on how to do this. There are other videos on YouTube using this technique where you just crochet it all in one piece and you fold it over and then sew your seams. So I'm going to create a pattern of my own similar to this that I'll go ahead and post for you guys as well. Let's see. Oh, this is just something I'm going to throw out there that's super cute. This is not my pattern. I will link it down below, but it's adorable. I recently rescued a possum, a baby possum, and so I'm all about the possums right now. So anyway, these are two different patterns, and I will link them. I got them off of Ravelry, I think, and of course, I'm not prepared, so I can't tell you whose patterns they are, but I will make sure to post that information. What else? I am working on, and still working on, I think this is gorgeous, my favorite yarn. This is Red Heart Bitty Stripes in the colorway Crayon Box. I had to look at the label because if you follow me and you saw my last video like this, you'll see that I had a little fiasco with the naming of my yarn and ordering the wrong one. And anyway, to me, this looks more rainbow than their rainbow stripes, but this is Crayon Box, and I love it. So this is Modern Granny that I'm working on here. It has been sitting for a little bit though. I've been busy doing lots and lots of other little projects, and I forget about some of them that I have. Oh, and I forgot to bring that out, darn. All right, I'll tell you a little story real quick. I meant to bring this out with me, but as I pulled this out of the bag that I keep it in, I found some pecans, almonds, and walnuts in their shell. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I had a rescue squirrel named Petey, and he, when he was small and still living in the house, would take the nuts that I gave him and hide them everywhere. So even though Pete's been out in the wild here, and I see him every day, don't worry, I still have reminders of him when I go through the house and I find little nuts hidden here and there. So there were some nuts in with this project. Oh, let's see. Here's an older one. I wanted to share. I made this a while ago, and this video is really starting to take off. This is wonderful. This is a weighted beaded blanket. Now the concept wasn't mine, but this pattern is. I hope this all shows up. If not, I'll try to do little close-ups once I get inside. I guess I can try walking. I'm just afraid I'm going to trip on this my cord. Okay, so I have just some pony beads here. I use some double crochets in the back and front loops and such here, half double crochet, which is my favorite stitch. And I use this Caron Simply Soft. It is in the colorway Rainbow Bright, okay, for the stitches in between here. This is really a neat blanket, and it is heavy, so if you're looking for a weighted blanket, I would suggest maybe for a child, because I can't imagine. I had somebody put in the comments asking for the dimensions to make this in a king or queen size bed, which would be fabulous, but man, I can't imagine how many beads that would use and how heavy it would be in the end. But I hope if you're watching, let me know if that worked out for you, because that would be cool. Okay, what else? Oh, I think the last video like this I shared my granny square bag. It was in I had a different border is what it was. So it was a blue border, but this one I went with the ecru. It's cotton, and I just love this bag. It is, I'm gonna work on trying to line them. I think that's gonna be my next project, is lining my bags. One of my next projects. Oh, I started making some pot holders. I love this technique, I guess. It's I think they call it the magic pot holder, because it's done in the rounds, and it ends up, you fold it and it ends up closing up to make a square. So I will post a tutorial on these, because they're really easy to make, fun to make, and it's cool how they come together. And I think they could be pretty useful. They're nice and thick, made with a cotton yarn. And I don't have any pot holders right now. Mine are pretty icky. So I'll make a tutorial on that. Oh, this is something that I recently posted. This is a drink holder. Okay. And I was really pleasantly surprised. I made this, you can customize the sizes for these. This one here, I did not make for this particular tumbler, but it fits fine. And I don't know if I can say it or not, but if you have one of these, starts with an S, it fits. So I was happy to see that. Oh gosh, did I bring my, speaking of hands-free, right? That's a hands-free way to drink things. I just posted this one. This is my hands-free granny bag. See, I still have my scrap yarns everywhere. Okay, they have two different types of straps. This is my single crochet strap, and this is the crisscross strap, which I did post a video on that. So you could choose which one you like, but I thought this was a great pattern because I don't carry a purse. I have my phone in one hand, my keys in my pocket, or oops, sorry guys, sorry. In my pocket, but I don't know, I just don't get into carrying a purse. It's easier for me to just grab and go. But this will make it easier for me when I am shopping and need my hands if I'm out for a while. This will fit my phone perfectly and my keys, and if I have to have a credit card, which I use my phone, but anyway, or my driver's license or ID or something, this is really great. And like I said, I'm going to work on trying to line these, which I think would be great, because once in a while your keys will try to poke through here. It hasn't been a problem for me, but okay, we've got that. Oh, and this is the square that I used that inspired me to do that. I was going to make a really big bag using these big squares, and I thought, gosh, do I want to post another big granny square video? And playing around, I realized you fold it up and you can make a tiny one. So that's how that came about. Okay, the last thing, well, not the last, but one of the last things I'll show you is this market bag that I put together. I'm not calling this my own pattern. I've had a little bit of controversy. It's one of my biggest tutorials out there right now, and apparently, I don't know who originated this pattern. It's been around for a while, and someone who is a really big YouTube person has had a lot of success with this, and maybe she is the one who started this. I have no idea, but I mean, it's not exactly the same one, but you see this everywhere, and so I just made one to kind of share with people, but I'm not claiming it as my pattern. That was a little touchy. So. Okay, everybody's up there. Oh, and this is it in a bigger one. I did make it in different sizes, and in the video I do have stitch counts and things like that, so you can make whatever size you like. I have small, medium, and large in that. Okay, oh, and this is mine for sure. I made a quarter keeper. This is just a little bag that you can attach to the outside of your, I called it the Aldi bag because Aldi, you have to have your own bags. And you have to have a quarter. And I seem to pull into Aldi without my quarter all the time, even though I swear I'm going to keep it in the little dash there. I end up not being able to find it when I need it. So I came up with this, calling it the quarter keeper. You just put your quarter down inside. It closes up like that, and then you can either put it around the strap of the bag so it's always there, or you can put it over your gear shift or on your wrist so that you put the quarter in as you leave instead of in your pocket and it gets washed, which has happened to me. Sorry, I keep doing this. What else? Oh, I wanted to share with you these. I'm a huge proponent for stitch markers, and I found this on Amazon and I wanted to share it because I thought it was such a good deal. This whole, I think there's 150 of them in here. I think it was only like, I don't know, $5, $6, $7 at the most. And boy, it's super handy. So I'll put a link down below if you're interested in ordering some stitch markers for yourself. Oh, the other thing that I got was these are blocking combs. I've got a mess over here. The sweater, the one-piece sweater, when I finished it up, it seemed a little short to me, so I blocked it, and I didn't have any blocking combs, so I went on Amazon and I found these, and they weren't too expensive either. I will put the link below if you're interested in blocking, but they're pretty cool. They really helped me shape my sweater, and it stretched it a little bit, so now I'm ready to put it together because it's to a size that will work for me. Okay, I think that's all that's in my tub, but I do want to show you my newest and latest project, and I'm going to be making this video probably this afternoon, if not within the next couple of days. I made a Swiffer cover. Okay, I love this. This is using the even berry stitch, and these are single crochets. I'm going to post this video, like I said, as soon as I can. I also have an idea for another one that I'll post too if you all seem to like this one. So I'm super excited about this because of the fact that I'm really, as I'm getting older, I'm getting more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm getting more aware of the world and the world we're leaving behind. So I kind of want to be a little more sustainable, and I think this is a great alternative to all the little paper ones that you can buy and put on your mop and throw it away. I think this is going to be really something useful. You can wash it and help save the planet. Okay guys, I guess that's about it. I do again want to say thank you to those of you who watch the videos and have subscribed to my channel and comment and leave me messages. I really think it's a lot of fun to be able to get to know other people who are crocheting, especially those of you who are from other parts of the world. I did see on, I think it's the Urban Farm Boys channel, which by the way, this is really ironic. So he made the same pattern but used the same brand yarn but in the rainbow stripes for Pride, which I thought, wow, what a coincidence. So kind of neat. So as I'm watching his channel, his latest video, he's getting postcards from people around the world. And I thought, man, that's pretty cool. I would like to eventually get to the point that I need a post office box, and that I could ask for people to send me postcards from where they're at, just to kind of have lots of pen pals. But okay, I'm yammering. Let me get this going. The rains are going to start coming in soon, and I'm all over off the topic again. This is why I don't know if these videos are a good idea or not. Again, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing that. And I guess that's it till the next one. Okay? Bye, guys.